Hi, I'm Mel Nesteruk. I'm a gaffer, and we're here today at High Output Canton with High Output Academy and Women in Film and Video New England. And I'm going to demo a couple lights for you today. The first one we're going to start with is it's a Joe Lico. It gets its name Joe Lico because it's actually kind of two lights at the same time. This section is a Joker, which is an HMI, and this half is like a Lico. It is a Lico barrel. The benefit of putting them together is you get the power and the daylight balance of an HMI with some of the modifying power of a Lico barrel. And we do have a 36-degree lens on it. It's a great bounce. You're getting a lot of output out of it for not as much draw as you might with a tungsten. So it's really bright. It's a really clean, steady light. The way HMIs work is essentially there's a globe of gas, and what happens is as electricity goes through, that chemicals will actually start to glow and burn, and that's what's powering this light. They do get a little warm, but that's part of it. It's a little bit tough to put together, but once you got the hang of it, that's easy. You get a lot of output out of it, and I always thought the quality was really nice. But yeah, you can see here, we have these pulled in, but you can change the shape of it. And you can see the nice color we're getting out of it too, and just the nice quality of light. And the other thing, because it is our Lico on it, you can do things like add some cool designs if you wanted to with the gobo, just like kind of a metal circle that fits in front of the light and breaks it up, making some cool shapes. You can get ones in pretty much, I think, anything you want. I've seen words, I've seen stars, I've seen branches, so all kinds of cool stuff. Let's say you had, this light going through a window to kind of maybe backlight somebody, or even do a pattern on a wall. You could get branches in there from this, which is kind of cool. I had a lot of fun using it it was like a music video where we had it up above a big bay window, and it was shooting through the blinds to kind of get a blind pattern. It was on for the entire shoot. It was bright. It was a music video, so you kind of get away with it being a little bit dramatic. But we had a very cool blinds effect that looked very much like real daylight because it's so bright and it is daylight balanced. It makes a beautiful bounce, daylight bounce for, I know we talked about commercials. If you wanted a nice, bright, soft bounce, this would be a great light for it. This is also a really, really great light. Very, very different from a Joe Lico. This is a Cream Source Vortex 8. It's an LED panel light. It's another light that's one of my go-to on, this one's almost every shoot. I will almost always have a Vortex 8 or a Vortex 4. And a Vortex 4 is the same light, just halved. One of the reasons that I really like this light is it's a big soft source. It gets fairly bright as well. It's insanely easy to move around. It's heavy, but it is all one piece. So anytime I have to grab this light, I just have to remember, okay, I need the Vortex 8 and the power cable, and that's it. So it's all one unit. Really nice. The color on it's lovely. It's full RGB, and they have some really beautiful colors built into the LEDs for this one. You can remove, if you so wanted to, the panel here. I most of the time do use it with the panel in it. This might play as like a really nice key light. It could be a pattern or something like a fill light coming from a hallway or something like that. It's really nice and easy to use that way. The other thing I do really, really like about this light, it's not fully waterproof, I can't say that, but it's pretty darn close. I've seen it out in the rain, zero problems. I've kind of seen it get dumped water on during a scene, kept right on chugging, it's great. And I use DMX all the time, and this has DMX just built into it. So it's another thing, it's one less thing I have to worry about. Speed when you're gaffing is sometimes a really important thing. So this light saves me probably seconds, but those seconds add up really, really quickly. Most of the time, I would have this guy hooked up to an iPad and would be controlling it through there while I stand next to a DP. It's really great to have the ability to talk to all the lights that way, because it is something where I can continue to communicate with a DP while making active changes on a set. And you can also see really, really simple and easy to use user interface. Everything's right there. I can see all the settings on it. Right now we do have the CCT, green magenta. It's set right now to have red, but you can do any color you want with it. You can do gels or mimic gels, same thing. If I was gaffing and for some reason lost control of this light, I can send a set lighting technician out and they should be able to really easily change anything and update it through here. Because it has that full spectrum RGB and everything built in, it means that when I have control of this light, I can write effects, I can make changes in pretty darn close to real time from my iPad while there's a scene going on. It might be as simple as, you know, somebody is standing in a room and the door closes, so the light changes. Or it could be something as dramatic as somebody walks into a club and there's all kinds of party lights going. I actually used this recently for a party scene just to get a little bit of like ambient fill and have it change color. And that's something we were able to do really easily with the Vortex 8, and I was able to do from an iPad, which is a really cool skill. So I didn't have to have a set lighting technician standing by a light, you know, trying to time everything exactly. It's like I could do that, and I can have my set lighting technician maybe prepping the next scene or getting us ahead. Again, I talk about saving seconds on set, and that's one of those ways that as we get really good tech, that it helps out with that, and choosing the right light helps out with that as well. It helps us all be prepared and get where we need to be for the scene faster. Both these lights are available at High Output, and with new members get a discount.